So this video is about the angle of the bristles. And remember, what we're looking to do is increase your efficiency in agitation with the bristles in relation to different work sites. So what we want to do is just go over the basics of how a brush is made so you can understand the variations that are possible. So all brushes start as a block, and when they go into the machine drills a hole, and it actually automatically takes a pod of bristles and it staples them into the hole. So in the center it can staple them vertically, but towards the outside, if we want to display the bristles, then it can drill the hole at an angle and then put them in at an angle at whatever angle we want, and then we've just got to design that angle when we're designing the brush. So what I've got here is a brush with a really splayed angle, and we haven't followed this brush at this point. It comes from the UK, and in the UK most people are cleaning the windows every 6 weeks, which is quite unique compared to the rest of the world, and we think this brush is actually an amazing brush made by TechBuck, and it's perfect for those regular cleans. It glides over the glass. What we're not sure of is whether it is this style of brush with that level of splay is suitable for the rest of the world, where we clean the windows every 6 months, every 1 year, every 2 years, like jobs like that. So that gives you some comparison. And then from the beaded brush pack perspective, we can show you that we've put, in this case, we've put all the bristles in very close to vertical, and then we've started splaying the bristles out at certain angles, so you can see them like that. And then the current brush again is splayed out where you can see like this. So we're looking to get the outer bristles splaying and the inner bristles working. And again, the only other application of it is when you get to dual trim, that we treat the inside trim differently to the outside trim. So we want to, maybe the outside ones we want to put at a greater angle, and that gives some sort of dig power where the bristle is digging against the surface, whereas the inside ones have kind of got scrub power where they're scrubbing across the surface. Because in these brushes, like nylon brushes, the actual agitation power is in the tip of the bristle. So what you're trying to do is use the angle of the bristle to maximize the effectiveness of the tip of the bristle to dig and get the dirt off the glass and into solution. And the ultimate objective is that when you get to a site, that you only need 2 coverages of agitation, one to wet up and one to return, and at the end of that return agitation, that you've got all the dirt into solution, and you can immediately go into a rinse phase and rinse that dirty water off the glass and walk onto the next surface that you need to clean. So what does all this mean when we talk about the angle of the bristle in relation to water-fed pole brush design? Well, again, it's about agitation efficiency, and it actually also affects some of the rinse efficiency. So let's talk about that quickly. With agitation efficiency, we know that the outer bristles are going to splay on the glass and give some sort of dig factor, and the inner bristles are going to stay vertical to the glass or perpendicular to the glass and give some sort of scrub factor. So the angle of the bristle, in particular the outer bristles, will change the behavior of the dig factor of each brush. Secondly, in relation to rinse, if you're looking to leave your brush on the glass, which is quite common at high work, and also you'll find it in very regular work, if you can spread all your bristles out so that the water can self-clean and there's not a lot of dirt anyway that you're actually cleaning off the window, then you can actually compact the agitation and the rinse processes together. And that can be helped by increasing the angle of the bristles, spreading them all out so that the water self-cleans the brush. So what we want from you is feedback. We want to know whereabouts in the world are you, because we know that the habits in relation to water-fed pole window cleaning are different all over the world. How often are you cleaning? Was it a first clean or a regular clean or an annual clean? What was the surface that you were cleaning? Was it glass or was it a cladding of the building? What was the glass like? Was it hydrophobic, hydrophilic? And then the more information you can give us, we can collate that together and then take it from different parts of the world, different applications, different cleaning habits, like how do you rinse, do you leave the brush on the glass, what height were you cleaning at, were you at 6 stories or were you at 2 stories? All of that makes a huge difference to us, and then send that feedback in to us, feedback@futureofcleaning.com.